Hi, good afternoon, everyone. My topic is the power of pop culture. 25 years ago, I was a rock musician in a rock band named Shonen Knife. Some of you may know the name because Shonen Knife was the most famous Japanese rock band in the world. It was a rare case. Japanese culture used to be very domestic, but the situation changed. Now you must know the Nintendo and Sony game machines. 60% of TV anime in the world is now made in Japan. When I produced this event, the World Cosplay Summit, so many anime game fans came to Japan. Now we got to know that Japan was recognized as a mecca of some kind of pop culture. Japan Expo, an event of Japanese pop culture, was held in Paris last July. And I was so surprised to see 160,000 young people participate in it. And so many of them were costume players of Japanese characters. The situation was brought about in 1990s, the period that Japan considers a lost decade. Economically, there was loss, but culturally, something was gained through digital network to the world. Japan may have changed its face from economy to culture, but the current evaluation was not what Japan itself produced, but Japan imported. Finally, Japan recognized the importance of soft power, and soft power can be empowered by new technology. It must be common with every country. But the style is different amongst communities and countries. For example, in Japan, you can easily see so many adults reading comic books on trains. It must be funny for you because comics are for kids. But it's natural in Japan. The cultural border between adults and childhood is very obscure and weak. Japanese visual culture has been developed for the last 1,000 years. But nowadays, these cultures are generated and led by young teenage girls based on the original traditional cultures. These are new Japanese characters, but I cannot read them at all. Only teenagers can communicate with each other by using these new characters on their cell phones. They are generating characters, culture, and new communication style. Here, I have one question for your discussion. It is how your own culture can be empowered by new technology. The point is how to produce local audiovisual culture by using new technology so that new culture and new industry should be generated, created. The internet and mobile communications technology is producing new culture and new industry, but it has just begun. You have a limitless chance, right? Of course, there are many issues to be solved, such as technology, business model, copyright, and so forth. And the most important, I believe, is education. This is the example of a $100 laptop computer produced by MIT Media. It is a political project to give digital accessibility to every child on the earth. 8 years ago, my group drew up the original blueprint of that project when I was a member of Media Lab. Allowing children to use these new technology in this way is the first step. I am still working on this, and this is also my challenging idea. I would like to develop a new device like school bag that includes textbooks, notebooks, pencil, music instruments, tools for painting, whatever kids need in one device like this one. And the more important should be what they can do with these kind of technologies. Another example, my group is also offering kids workshops that allow children to create anime, game, music, robots, whatever they can create in Japan, United States, France, Italy, Brazil, and so forth. Okay, every child can be an anime creator and a musician, and new generation can generate new culture and even industry. It is only an example of many approaches. I believe you can find your own solution. Let's think about it. Thank you for listening.